Let's get it straight, girl, you don't need a nigga for nothing. Looking better every day, you got that Benjamin Button. Claiming he don't got a girl, you know niggas be frontin'. You don't need no bitch coming up to you as a woman. Ayy, and you a boss, so you hate when niggas waste time. You too pretty to be paused on the FaceTime. Damn, I'm just stating the facts. You hate that like you hate when niggas tell you relax.
The fuck you mean relax?
You want something more than just physical. It been a while since you met someone original. You spend your time drinking wine in your living room. All that good pussy can't find the one to give it to.
We know how to get a bag, don't we? Welcome to our next episode of Female as Fuck. I'm Melinda.
I'm Dana.
I'm Fatima.
And I'm Kanisha.
And we're Female as Fuck.
Hey. So you guys, recently we just had a holiday. It was Valentine's Day.
Woo! Love is in the air.
Yes. I mean, did y'all have a good Valentine's Day?
Yeah. What'd you guys do?
Well, me and some of my friends, including one being Kanisha, we always have a Galentine's Day.
Oh.
And plus we're all single anyway, so
Tell the people what a Galentine's Day is, for those who don't know.
So, Galentine's Day is, I guess originally it was for like single people.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like nowadays it's like for single and, those who are in relationships or whatever. So we just pick a day around Valentine's Day and we pick a restaurant or a place that we haven't been and we dress up and we just go out and give each other gifts and just have a good time.
Mm-hmm. Girls' night
Simple.
out.
Yeah, this year we went to Miss Icy's. It's the Indicator.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I never heard of that before, but it was really good. Black owned. They're from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to put that little plug in.
Mm-hmm.
Give me discounts next time.
The coupon code.
Yes.
So Melinda, what did you do?
So we actually didn't do anything on Valentine's Day itself. I went and took care of myself. I got my lashes and stuff done.
Self-care.
Right. But he surprised me this weekend with a cabin trip. We went to LJ with 3 other couples. So it was fun to kind of get away and do us for a little while.
That was sweet.
That's
He tries.
And that's what counts.
Yeah.
Effort.
So being that, Galentine's Day is real big, y'all. So do y'all think even in a relationship that you should do a Galentine's Day per se with your friends?
I was thinking for myself, like listening to you guys, especially since I celebrate holidays, but he doesn't really get into the whole, literally on Valentine's Day we had Chinese. So I don't see why next year I can't do Galentine's Day with you guys and have a good time and, still do something maybe not so Valentine-ish with him, but, still celebrate our love in our own kind of way.
So I think it's appropriate. It's not like you're having Valentine's Day to go out there and meet men.
Right.
It's like, we're just, uplifting each other. It's girls' night out.
Right. And I love you bitches. So.
Yeah.
Love girl time.
I also think you should. Not necessarily like on the day of Valentine's Day. I guess it just depends on your partner. Like, I love holidays. So Valentine's Day is important to me, even though you should show appreciation and love all throughout the year. But I definitely would. It's a time to reconnect with your friends because we're all so busy. I love any excuse to get dressed up, try new food places.
Yes.
So I'm all for it.
So with that being said, Valentine's Day and how I'm thinking about coming next year to spend time with you guys, even though I'm in a relationship and then, you guys may be single, single ladies versus no relationship.
Just me and Kanisha.
Okay, you and Kanisha. How do you guys feel about the comment that Sierra made about the level up?
The other side for any of my single sisters is a guy, what is about, where, Lord, when am I going to be found, Jesus? I've been in here worshiping you, perfect in all of your ways, but I'm still single. Here's what the scripture says. He that finds a wife finds a good thing. It didn't say he that finds a girl that he's attracted to, who he then begins to date, who he then calls his girlfriend, who he then buys a ring, proposes, and makes her his fiance, who he then marries later, who becomes his wife. You're not a wife when I marry you, you're a wife when I find you. You become my wife when I marry you. But a wife is not the presence of a ring, it's the presence of your character. Too many women want to be married, but you're walking in the spirit of girlfriend. Ask the Lord to deliver you from that spirit and carry yourself like you're already taken. And I promise you, when you carry yourself like a wife, a husband will find you.
This video,
Thank you.
John Gray, some pastor from I don't know where.
Texas.
Thank you. What was it, like a sermon or something?
Yeah.
Was he doing a sermon or something?
Yeah, I believe so.
Whatever. Pretty much stating how when you meet someone that they're automatically like your wife, and women out here need to stop acting like girlfriends and start acting like wives and all this dating and, you know, doing wife duties while girlfriend or something like that. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we got the perception of.
That was our
I
perception.
mean, it didn't make sense anyway.
Right.
Because in order to find your wife, even though God said, what, he who findeth a wife
finds a good thing.
yes. But in order to get to that level, you have to date somebody.
That's all I know.
Right?
Yes.
But he didn't say that. That's not what he said. And so then Sierra retweeted the video and she got backlash for it, but she basically wasn't saying the same thing he was saying. She was basically saying to, you know, find yourself, love yourself, and then I guess love will come. So they really weren't saying the same thing.
Yes.
Well, that's how we interpret it. But so definitely, if you interpret it a different way, put it in the comments below.
We would love to know
'Cause,
how
yeah.
people interpret it different than how we see it,
Yeah.
because I don't see me entering a relationship acting as a wife when clearly we've only known each other for, say, maybe a month or two and we're dating. I'm not gonna act like a wife until you make me a wife.
Exactly.
So that assumption of a man entering a relationship saying a woman should do this, and then in order to get wifed up, no, I don't see that
Quote
happening.
with the cow and the milk. What is it?
Why buy the
Cow, you can get the milk for free.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the same concept? Like, why am I gonna give you all my cars and give it all out to you? You know, give you my 100%, and I'm not your wife.
Yeah.
Because I deal with that in like my relationship. I'm like, he's like, well, can you do this, this, and this? It's like, yeah, that sounds nice, but you need a wife. Like, those things that wives do, and when you make me your wife, I'm more than happy to do that.
But is it appropriate to say, if I'm gonna do this wife stuff, are you gonna do the husbandly duties?
Yeah.
Because some men feel like they feel like they don't have to do it as much.
I agree.
The lines become blurred, I feel like, in today's relationship. Even situationships. Like, guys want you to act like a wife,
Above and beyond.
everything, before they even can be your boyfriend. And then they would rather have a baby by you before they even act like a husband. Like, it's just confusing. So I do agree that we have to have some kind of standard. But I also don't think that I should be washing your drawers or like doing all these things for you as a girlfriend. Like, we're dating, you're courting me, show me something, and then, you know, I'll give you something. But to give you all of it during the dating process or the situationship process, it's not going to happen. So there's this negative stigma around women being single. How do you guys feel about that? Like, do you think that it's a negative thing because we all are almost 30? Is it a negative thing to be single at this point in our lives? Or is it just the way that millennials are living, getting their self together before they start relationships with families?
I don't think it's a negative thing that women are single, but I think it is the perception of people looking at it, because women are very independent. And so when entering relationships, some men be like, you're too independent for me, or you feel like they can do everything on their own. They don't want to make that extra step forward sometimes. So I think that is like one of those stigmas that we get. It's like that we really can't fight against, because at the day, we pretty much have to do a lot of things by ourselves. And if the man can't come into a relationship and help out or offer something positive, then at the end of the day, what do we need him for?
Exactly.
So,
and a lot of them, instead of like stepping up and like proving themselves, they get intimidated. I've had guys tell me that I'm intimidating because I have my own. But I'm like, no, like, you know, you can do it too. We can actually, I feel like it would be better if we came together and worked together. But they feel like it's like a competition. No, like, we can do it together. I think that's part of being in a relationship.
like, it's beautiful when like it's coming together and accomplishing something. Like, it saves so much time, so much energy. Like, that stress level is so much lower because you can actually talk things out, bounce things off of each other, help each other out in any aspect. But a lot of people are intimidated by that, which doesn't make any sense, because that should be a great positive in a relationship. But
so I have a question, because I have a friend that's made me think, and like now this friend is like moved on in life or whatever. But she had the option to where she could rent a house or she could buy a house. And I'm like, you know, as a homeowner, you should go ahead and buy your house, because the money y'all know the story.
Yeah.
But she was like, well, I don't think I should buy a house because what if the man that I meet, aka my husband, has a house already, so we both gonna have 2 houses? And I was just like, but you're a whole single woman right now, like, so you're gonna base your life off of the potential fact that he may have a house. So what if he doesn't have a house?
Then what you gonna do?
I'm like, that's not the worst problem in the world, to find a man who already has his stuff together, who has a home house.
Right.
I mean, okay, so that means you sell yours or he sell yours.
Y'all can rent it out.
Or y'all both sell it and start something new.
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought that was weird, but okay.
And she might be a planner. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Some people, you know, think outside and say, you know, I'm going to speak this into existence.
That's too much. For someone who's Casper, who's not even involved, like, I mean, she wasn't even dating at this point.
Oh, so yeah. She has hopes.
Well,
hey, you gotta speak it into existence.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Doing well now, so it's like, you know.
But no, I would definitely buy a house before I rent.
Girl,
my credit's right.
I mean, I don't think single is the worst in life. I feel like, you know, like growing up, you had everything planned out. Like, oh, I want to be a doctor, and I want to be married by this age, and have 2 kids, a picket fucking fence, and all this other stuff. But
what's that Instagram thing going
Doesn't
around right
happen.
now? Talking about married by 30s looking real 45-ish. And I'm like, that is so kind of true. It's like, but what is the rush nowadays? Like, it's
really not a rush. I mean,
I definitely want it to happen for me, but the right way. I don't want it just to be like, okay, I'm about to be 30. Like, I need to be married and stuff like that. Because I had my son young. I had everything planned. I was like, I'm going to graduate from college at 21, be an RN, buy a house, be married, like at 23. It definitely did not go that way by any means. But, you know, I still think that I've done very well for myself. But I don't think that I have to have someone to, like, keep progressing. Like, whoever comes in my life will just be, like, an added bonus, pretty much.
I can see that. And with us, like, talking about, you know, because to me, a single woman is a woman who's not in a relationship with someone else, or, you know, with a man, or whatever you choose. So, but I think we also have to look at it. I was at this training the other day, and it was about trauma or whatnot, and they were informing us that the brain, the female brain, the frontal lobe matures at the age of like 24 and 25. And now they're saying that for men, their frontal lobe matures at like 30. No. And I think that totally makes sense. And like, corresponds with kind of what we're seeing is like.
But literally, we've heard that since we were kids.
Yeah.
When girls mature way faster. Way faster.
I see it happen, son. Like, kids who are my son's age that are girls, they're on a whole different level. I love my son, he's the sweetest thing. But Lord, like, I just be confused. Their minds, like, I couldn't even just think about that. Like, I don't even understand. And they have to be reminded. I was like, this is how the guys who I date are. Like, they really don't mature very fast at all. Like, it's crazy.
Life, I tell you.
So what are some myths that you guys feel like single women get?
They're bitter.
Bitter bitches.
They're sad. They're mad at the world.
Yeah.
They hate guys and
Lesbos.
right.
It's always negative, period. Like,
Lonely.
Right. Why they always feel like people is lonely? Like, I don't understand. Like, even after I broke up with my ex, they were like, "Are you okay? Is everything? Are you sad?" No, I'm good. Like, I'm happy. And I don't understand what's the problem. Like, everybody feels like you have to find someone else. Like, and then so quickly. So like,
but I feel like that's good on like kudos to like you and Kanisha who can have that mindset, because I have other friends who are like, Melinda, I'm so lonely, I need a man, and da 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 da. So it's like, I don't know. It's because I'm like, oh, you know, single people, not all. I know all single women aren't, you know, lonely, but it's like, okay, well.
I think it varies, like, because I know some people get to that point where I need a man because they haven't had a relationship in so long. So I can get to this, I can see that point to where it's like, okay, like, now I'm lonely because I haven't had none. I ain't went on a date, ain't no man taking care of me, like. But like, if you got a relationship,
right about a relationship, you're like, I'm
you should feel refreshed.
I think you got that time when you're single. It's time to work on yourself so you can be your best self for yourself and for somebody else, because you can't be good for anyone else.
Exactly. Evaluate like what happened, like what did go wrong. Is it you? Is it them?
Yeah.
What are you looking for in the next partner, so that way you can set your standards for what you want out of life. Period.
Start judging yourself, because I know some people, like let's say a guy cheats, they automatically assume everything was on them. And I'm not saying blame yourself, but be like, well, what could I have done? Like, maybe I could have communicated differently. I'm not saying that would be the reason why he should have or shouldn't have cheated by any means, but like even just look at yourself in the relationship and see how you can progress, like in the next one, you know, setting standards, like I'm not going to deal with this X, Y, and Z. So just working on yourself. I think another important thing when you're single, like actually date. Like I've been trying to multi-date now, and
Is it called?
Yes. Multi-dating, or I call it multi-outing. I call it multi-outing because I can't consider myself to be actually dating those people. I'm just enjoying it.
And dating doesn't always mean having sex.
Yes.
FYI.
Yeah.
But I have heard multi-dating nowadays.
Yeah, like that's what I'm doing, and it's so fun. Like you're never bored. You always have someone to talk to, and they're so different.
And you can build friendships off of that if it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It's entertaining.
No harm, no foul.
Exactly.
You won't be lonely then.
Sure won't.
Because what I would have a bad tendency of doing is dating one person and getting caught up in one person that wasn't even my boyfriend or my man, to be honest.
Then they leave.
And then they leave, and you sitting here like, oh damn.
Wasting
Like,
my
who I'm gonna go out to, you know, have drinks with? Like, you know, everybody else doing something. Who I'm gonna talk to on the way home in this traffic, you know, like. So
that's when you just put on Netflix in your dashboard and watch TV.
Do, but there's other things you can do. But I'm just saying
dashboard. So you're driving?
She does that all the time.
Girl, I watch all my movies on the way to work.
I can't lie. Like since I've been commuting, I'm in the car like 3 hours a day.
Exactly.
Like,
and you're in traffic, so it's like you're going no faster than 20
What
miles
does
an
that
hour.
have to do with dating?
She said, you said, so you have somebody to talk to in the car.
So you watch movies on the dash?
Yeah, like if I want somebody to talk to, it's like, fuck, they didn't answer the phone, so let me put on my movie.
I fell asleep last night. I missed Married at First Sight. Let me just put this on because I got a whole
I love that show.
Oh my god. But yeah, it makes sense, I guess. I mean, I'm guilty of watching movies on the dash, but not
While driving?
Yeah, but not because
she said not because you don't have someone to talk to.
Oh no, I just don't talk to people, so
I mean,
that's
just entertainment. Traffic. Atlanta traffic is horrible. You gotta do something.
We're back on.
So yes, keep your time occupied.
Yeah.
So you won't be lonely.
I mean, but you do have those single people. Well, the people who get out of relationships and then they have to be in another relationship.
Yes.
Only to find themselves single again, probably.
Because they date the same type of person too. Okay, you just left the relationship, and you know these guys are very similar in traits.
Yeah, with the same man, just a different person.
Right.
Not only that, they just don't give themselves time. Like I just don't understand how people like break up with somebody. They could be together for like 3-4 years and then hop into another relationship.
I'm like, damn, like who is this person? You still talking about the ex?
Right.
Oh, I embarrassed my friend one time. I did, because she had brought somebody over, and I thought he was literally just a friend. I started talking about her, you know, thought was her boyfriend at the time, and she looked at me like, shh, and I was like, oh.
That's why you don't say no names. Like,
No, I didn't know who this nigga was. Like, I
would just be like, hey, I wouldn't be like, nice to see you.
Well, you know me. It's like shit be going over my head sometimes. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together until it was too late. Did you just whisper sometimes? Okay, maybe a lot of times, but hey, that's me.
But that's what I mean. Like a lot of people be like, I'm so private and secretive, but that's why, because you never know. Like if I'm talking to somebody for a month, it's going well and everything like that, and I'm like start saying, oh Fatima, like I'm talking to this guy, post him on Instagram, then 2 months later we ain't together. Like it's just too much. Like
That's embarrassing.
Yes, it's embarrassing. Keep some stuff to yourself, because people will assume because you around them, you sleeping with them, and then you be with somebody else.
Just like Black China. How many dudes she done had around the past year?
I saw someone new yesterday.
She was Soulja Boy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but
That's who I saw.
I was watching Marriage Boot Camp, and I thought he was with Nia, but I guess that was like pre-planned.
He been with Nia for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Forever. Watch me duel. Forever. Acting fool.
He be acting so crazy on there. I be like,
I gotta watch that. I haven't watched it.
It's good. It's my guilty pleasure.
So speaking of like ego, we talk about Instagram and all that great stuff. With being single, it's like now for me, you know, I can post chin, whatever, and it's like whatever. But like for you guys, and you're finding someone that you're dating, or you maybe like, is there a time limit that you put someone on your social media?
I don't.
Oh, you go ahead.
okay, like before with my ex, you would see him like here and there or whatever. But then like now, sometimes I really don't care if I show, like if I'm out somewhere with a guy, sometimes I'll show them, but I don't really care to show everything, or like, it doesn't bother me if I share it or not, because it's like you never know what's going on. And people always think they know, like, oh, you must be dating someone, or this is your boyfriend just because you show them like for a hot second on your story or whatever the case may be. But I mean, I feel like you gotta keep people guessing because they always be nosy.
Yeah, some things remain private. Like even myself, I'm married, but I don't have him on my page. Like I just want to keep my private life private. Like if y'all know me, y'all know what my situation is. If you don't, then whatever. I don't care. I don't need to prove nothing to anybody. Like if you see him, you see him. If I'm on his page, I'm on his page. Whatever. But I don't feel like people should be obligated to show their significant other or the person they're dating on their page.
I feel like the people close to you that know you,
because they're gonna ask questions regardless. Like if you put them on his page, like, oh, where we come from? If you don't, oh, why you not on your page? It's questions.
People be using the context clues. I remember I was talking to a guy, and Fatima texted me because he posted a picture. Because I have this thing in my house, and I don't know why he took a picture. Well, actually, I took the picture. I didn't know he was really gonna post it.
He posted it.
And she literally was like, "Are you talking to such and such?" I was like, "No."
That'd be crazy.
So I'm like, you look real familiar. Hold on.
Because nobody else would have
Let me put two and two together.
So then I created.
See, like if your friends know you, like the people know you, then they know what's going on.
Yeah.
She didn't even know because I didn't tell nobody.
I didn't know. That's why I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, when you start seeing, oh, that's her picture.
It was literally that one time, and I'm just like, hold on, I ain't talking to Kanisha about this.
Okay, so another subject, I guess. So you said, she didn't know, and I would assume that you guys were fairly close friends. Is there some things that you guys don't necessarily tell your friends about? Like if you maybe had a one-night stand, or I don't know, something, I'm talking to this guy, you may know him, so I'm not gonna tell you up front, or...
This is how I am. I'm pretty much an open book with all my friends. It doesn't really matter to me, but I don't think I would just call you and be like, oh, I went on a date with such and such necessarily. Like it would just be if we're around each other. That's why Fatima didn't know, because she hadn't seen me, you know? And I don't really have time to be...
I mean, like when me and Kanisha talk, like, so, who's on the roster this week? Who's the move this week?
Who's the starting five?
We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What's your plan?
Shoot.
That's how we figure out stuff.
Yeah.
Like...
Usually ain't much going on.
Right. It's really
like our lives are really not that entertaining when it comes to that side of things. But
y'all text me, what you doing? Nothing at home.
Yeah, I know. My dad actually popped up at my house yesterday, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have somebody there?" I'm like, "Why are you there?" Like he was like, "Can I come upstairs? Do you have somebody up there?" No. My life is really not that entertaining.
I'm like, "Hey, Dad, please."
Girl.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
After the fact.
You said, "Well, walk in your room." I did with my sister because her door was shut. Her door is never shut. And so I was like,
you didn't think?
I was like, "Can I go in your room?" She was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Oh, it was shut, so I thought you had company." And she was like, "Girl, bye." I'm like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
Yeah. Nothing's really going on. Nothing that fun. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
I definitely agree with what Fatima said. Like, if you post, you don't post, regardless, people are gonna, want to know anyway. So
just call them.
Keep them guessing. Whatever.
I like to keep people guessing.
That's fun.
You never know.
I'm pretty sure people think I've been in like long-term relationships because I'm pretty much always single and I'm happy. I'm probably like, what's wrong with her? What she got going
You
on?
always are smiling, so that's good. It'll be different if you were like a sad single woman, but you're like, y'all are happy single, so ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't think people should be sad single. Like, I don't.
But there are
people who are sad
Get
single.
it. I just.
It's because it's like they might not have those friendships, because some people literally like don't have girlfriends they can talk to that can, they can go out with on a daily basis or a weekly basis.
They don't have hobbies.
Yes.
They got too much time on their hands.
Yes. Or they're like
maybe insecure.
Yeah.
That too. Like
everybody's journey is different. We see Dana's very confident in herself.
I'm sorry.
She should be. She should be.
Yeah. I mean, look at her.
Damn! Damn, she look good.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I just feel like I started really early with relationships, and I see how it can negatively impact you because you can start seeing yourself through their eyes. So I think because I started off so early and had a bad experience, it just made me like a lot more resilient and stronger when I came out of that. So now I'm just like, whatever it is, like I just want to be happy. I want to have peace, like with someone, without somebody. I just want to be happy.
Happiness is key. What did my shirt say?
Happy people are my kind of people.
Yes.
And they should be.
Yes.
So, all of us on this couch has been single before. So, what advice do you have for living your fucking best life while single?
Well, even though it's been a minute since I've been single, I would say that when I was single, I would like to hang out with my friends. I feel like I was out just a little bit more. You know, just taking care of myself and doing things that makes me happy, per se.
Yes.
You guys mentioned dating and how it's important to, you know, multi-date in a sense. I don't see anything wrong with talking to multiple people. You don't even have to call it dating, but, you know, just getting yourself out there and just, you know, testing the waters, I guess. And you can still talk to people and do your thing. That's the best part to me about being single. You can just do what you want, and you don't have to, you know, address anyone because
no checking in. Just go out there, like Brittany. You know, Brittany Palmer. Right now, she's about to take a trip to Canada by herself. Like,
go ahead, girl.
She's about to go see Ella May, all that. I'm like, you are bold to do that by yourself, but she's like, I'm comfortable, I'm happy, like self-care.
Right.
Like, she's taking care of herself and what she wants. Like, that's, I think, like, just chasing what you want.
I feel like you gotta stay active. You know, not like, I mean, not to say that you have to be out in the streets all the time, but like, find
a hobby.
Yeah, find a hobby or surround yourself by people that you love and care about and you want to be around and have fun with, and, you know, try different things and scratch off those bucket lists.
Yes.
You know,
so back when I was single, we did pole and I had a good time. And we played, I played basketball. And this is two things that, you know, makes you happy. But it is nice to have someone at your pole recital.
Yeah. Girl, but I had my friends come, like girls. It doesn't matter. I just need somebody there to support. Yes. And then I've met a lot of people who aren't from Georgia, so they don't have their friends here. So also, like, use social media. Like, there's so many different groups that you can, like, attend and events that you can go to, and just get out your comfortable spot. Like, get out your comfort zone. Tongue twister, I guess.
Or try things alone.
Yes.
Even though I don't like doing that, but
that's really hard to do. I don't tell people do it, but hey, like.
But you gotta get comfortable.
I want to do it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what's that quote that was like, what you just said.
You gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable.
I want to do stuff alone.
But you don't have to. But I'm just saying, there's
you might meet somebody, man or woman. Not saying your relationship. You might meet a new friend.
Because that was an issue that I had. Like, I always felt like I would tell people things and they wouldn't want to do what I wanted to do. And so I would hold things off forever. But now I'm just like, I don't care if nobody goes with me. Like, I'm going to go. This. Or I'll randomly meet somebody that I might not be, like, close to. Like, I'll be like, well, do you want to go here? Do you want to try this restaurant? They'd be like, okay. And it's just a cool experience. Like, you know. So just get out your comfortable spot. I'm
saying that word.
Comfort zone. And just go for it.
Okay, now again, aside from single life, we all, well, Kanisha kind of, I don't know, been in a relationship. I feel like she has. So, what advice do you have for remaining true to yourself while in a relationship?
For me, I feel like that's why I feel like it's so important to know yourself and find yourself while you're single, because the same things that you're doing while you're single are the same things you just continue to do when you're in a relationship. You continue to do pole dancing even though Ro disappeared on us. I'm sorry, Ro. You continue playing basketball. You continue doing the things that you did in the beginning that make you happy, because I will hope that this person in a relationship with you understands that those are the things that make you
want to do it with you.
Exactly.
Support you. But yeah, like Melinda said, like the things you're doing while you're single, keep doing while you're in a relationship, because it's only going to get better.
We hope. Everything is
we
better.
hope. No, we are. We're glowing up. All the way up. We're not going down. We're glowing.
We're leveling.
If he's bringing you down, let him
go. If he what?
If he's bringing you down, you need to level up and let him go.
Say that again.
If he's bringing you down, you need to level up and let him go.
Yeah, set the
Both
standard and keep the
that.
standard.
Yes.
I love these quotes, ladies.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I'm all
love
about
them.
quotes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Any more? So with that being said, we talked about so much today, ladies, about Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day, what it's like to be single, what it's like to be in a relationship, single or booed up. Women are dope as fuck.
Yeah, they are. And it's okay to be single right now. Well, anytime really. Like, you don't have to be in a relationship, or you don't need to be in one if you don't want to be in one.
Right.
It's okay.
And if you desire to be in a relationship, remember not to settle. Like, the right guy or girl is out there, so don't give up.
And life doesn't start when you begin a relationship.
Right.
Agreed.
It only starts.
It should start.
When you start.
It should start
When you start living, that's when it starts.
Yeah.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell. And don't forget to also level up.
4, 3, 2, 1, watch me. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Them old mistakes are gone, I won't do them no more. That's old news, that's new news, I done did that before. I turn nothing to something, my comeback on 100. Let's talking, more action, you just gon' see coming. I just keep elevating, no losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings, I turn that into money. They gotta never settle, this view is so